Well, hello there. I'm just jumping in for a quick message. It's something for you to think about. It's you probably see this on a Thursday of the week. The week's almost gone, and it's almost time for the weekend. So you might be one of those people celebrating the weekend, or maybe you don't even pay attention to the days, which that would be awesome. Um, But what I'm thinking about is just one easy way to assess what's driving your results. One easy way to assess what is creating the circumstances that you have, the thoughts that you are experiencing, and anything else that you can think of in terms of results in your life. And that to me is social media. I think we like we would like to think that social media is evil, that we have these big companies just finding crazy ways to invade our privacy. But I want to look at it from a different perspective because it's the way it actually works in the background. I think the way we use social media is actually a reflection of our mind in itself, how our subconscious is working. Because the way the algorithms work and the things that you see will be actually related to the stuff that you pay attention to. It's no coincidence that you might be thinking of a specific shoe or a specific dress, and all of a sudden you see Google shows you the search for that specific thing, or you start seeing the ad on Instagram or Facebook and so many other things. It's not that the companies are listening to you. It's just simply an algorithm that's in the background learning all the things that you pay attention to. The reason why you see certain ads on Facebook is because you've actually paid attention to it. The reason that why you see certain people on your feed is because those are the people you're been interacting with the most. The reason you see certain news and certain advertisements and in certain ways in specific shapes or form is because that's what you're paying attention to. And that's a good thing if you take a moment to observe those things from a third person perspective, because that will let you see what is feeding your mind. It lets you see what's feeding your brain in a sense, because that's going to keep enabling whatever behaviors you have today. It's going to keep programming you to think in that specific way. So one easy way to change things, to improve or maybe change the habit, will be to start intentionally paying attention to specific articles, specific people, specific ads, and maybe even specific videos that you see on your feeds, or maybe you go out there and find them on your own and find the things that you want to see. My feed is completely different from yours. My feed seems to be focusing on specific groups that I like, on positive or motivational videos or positive thoughts, positive thinking, and things like that. That's only because I've spent some time interacting with those things, engaging with it. And if you start looking at those things as a reflection of where your mind, where your subconscious is focusing on, it will give you a good feedback as to what needs to change and what's driving your behaviors. Because the thing is that the stuff we see the most is most likely the stuff that we're going to mimic, we're going to replicate, and we're going to execute on. There's a reason why Napoleon Hill's exercise about how you want to have your goals or maybe your vision and read it in the morning and at night. The reason he's telling you to do this and me to do it is because the repetition is going to cause our brains to pay attention to that thing that we want. And in essence, we'll start acting on that. So as you go forth, maybe this weekend, take just 5 minutes rather than scrolling and flipping through things. Maybe just take those 5 minutes to just observe what comes on your feed and observe what gets recommended to you, because that will be a reflection of how you're thinking, how you're programming yourself to think. And if you don't like it, it's time to start changing it. So that's the message. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.